What's your earliest memory of realizing that the people can beat the powerful? In October 2000, I was 13 and I can remember watching on the living room TV as hundreds of thousands of Serbians flooded into Belgrade, surrounded Parliament and toppled President Slobodan Milosevic, the butcher of the Balkans. It was extra emotional for me as my stepfather had come to the UK from what was Yugoslavia. And I remember thinking, yes, this is it. If enough of us get on the streets, we can take on any bad guy, do it without violence, we're going to win. It was only years later that I learned that this wasn't just some kind of spontaneous, organic, inevitable uprising, but was largely driven by a relatively small group of thoughtful activists who had changed their strategy after many years of failure. The full story is laid out in thrilling and instructive detail in these two books. But as a comms coach for activists, I wanted to focus on two comms-specific lessons. The slogans the activists used were careful to emphasize the resistance of the people rather than elevating the threat of the dictator. So this tone of joy was particularly noticeable in the final weeks of the election campaign that Milosevic tried to ignore. The slogan of the opposition political parties was, "It's time," and the activist slogan was, "He's finished." Both good, but one is a hopeful request and the other is a celebration. Another little fact I loved reading was one of the activists designed a raised fist, which in his branding design class got a C, but eventually became the ubiquitous graffitied symbol of the revolution. And along with a lot of the tactics, has been replicated across the world. There's so much more in these books, and I might make more videos about the communication specific lessons. But right now, I'd love to hear from you what your earliest memory is of realizing the good guys can win.